few times now to your open satsang,
Yes.
and I enjoy very much. I'm
Okay.
touched and inspired,
Yes.
and I'm even thinking of participating in the intensive.
Yes.
And I'm surrounded by the people who do the satsang, you see. And they're all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say I'm surrounded by enlightened people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I over the year I saw people coming out of your intensive and many times saying, okay, the search is over. But to me it always felt like, not right.
You see, the thing is that you have an idea what enlightenment is like.
Yes.
We tend to focus on enlightenment. I did no more focus on enlightenment. All what was important for me on the path to take care of my obstacles. I want to take care of all these things I am so tired of. I want to be so finished off. You know, you every day busy with not to judge, not to do this, not to do that, you know. You are busy with things which are every day triggered, and there you go again. How unenlightened, how uncentered, how identified. You try to find ways how to sneak out of it, or to be free of it, or taking care of it, or stop breathing, whatever. You hear me saying? This intensive satsang, it is the last satsang. You can't compare it with any other satsang. I do something completely new. It is the end of the path, because what is happening during that intensive satsang, all these things what you try to take care of, to fix, and whatever it is all taken care of. This beloved servant's mind is more unburdened and freed, but it is not in an intellectual way, you know. This would not stay long, you know. You have every day your little reminders, oh yeah, accept it all, or just let go, all these little things. It is truly going through investigation to come to know what is true, truth for truth for truth, like a scientist, not like a disciple, to investigate what is true. There's a time for you to come to know what is true, not what anybody else has come to know, for you to see for yourself what is true. You come to know what is true. It takes care of all these lies. If you bring the light, what is true, then darkness naturally disappears, isn't it? You come to know what is true, it's always a relief. And you don't even look back what has gone with it. You have come to know the earth is round, it's all, and you thought it's flat. You don't even care to want to look back what it was like when you thought the earth is flat. You just notice it is freeing. A relief. Gone, finished, over. On the path we try to be like a Buddha. That's why we are also so busy. I say many times there's a great difference to be like a Buddha than to be a Buddha. There's all the difference. And when the dropped, what means dropped, when this mind was complete in its liberation, this mind needs liberation. This is enlightenment. When this is complete, this is enlightenment. To know who am I, this is not enlightenment. If this mind is not liberated by that who you are, it is useless to know who am I. Sooner or later, you will objectify it, then it is no more what it is, and you will say somehow, so what? So for some of the people, you know, it takes maybe a year or a bit longer. For me, it took a year after I came to know who am I, but for them, it is a different story. They're already free in the instant. But this liberating of the mind, it takes some lifetime to live the right vision. There is more and more a confirmation that you're free. It gets confirmed again and again that you have recognized what is true. You see it again and again through circumstance, through living the right vision. There's again and again, aha. All the struggle you have with the mind is over, you know. Some of the people, the drop has dropped, you know. And it is not about enlightenment. It is to be free, that this mind is freed from its wrong vision. This mind is in the way so that your nature can't come freely through. If mind is liberated, it is no one separate from your nature. It is for you to get healthy. This is it, not for enlightenment. Enlightenment means something special in that way, being somebody, getting something. If you want to be somebody getting something, it will never happen to you. You can't wake up like that. You can't come here to intensive satsang to get a profession so that you can also start doing satsang. These people don't wake up. You hear him saying? I can't say that I didn't care about enlightenment, but I didn't think about it. I took care of my bullshit. This I was concerned. And to a certain point, I just simply knew if I go along with that, truth for truth, where it bound to lead me. This is what I want. And when it happened, when it was complete, I was so surprised. It was different than I ever heard or thought. You hear me? Different, so ordinary. So here, always here, it can be different. It has to, bound to be ordinary. It's eternal. No beginning, no end of that, you hear me? You can't get rid of it. And to know, so this is the ultimate relief, you are over with the whole thing. Then you just start to live this life. Finally, you start to live. You are happy with your cup of tea, you do not look for people to recognize you. You will not see a golden aura around the person who is enlightened. You will see a golden aura around the person who has an identity of enlightenment. To be truly free, to awaken, you wake up. You don't need to leave Osho, but this is a natural process. You have, to a certain point, you have to be a light unto yourself. There's a time when you have to come to know what is true. You hear me? You always hear what anybody else knows. You hear what Ramana knows, you hear what Osho knows, you hear what this one knows. But I don't speak about it. I want you to come to know so. I want you to come to know so. It's no more, Dolano knows that, but still I do not know. You hear me I'm saying? Enlightenment is everybody's birthright. What is needed? A willingness to be an adult, a willingness to stop to desire what I wish this to be or hope this to be, just to be, a willingness to be ready for what is true, what is, for what is. This is the reflection of what is eternal. Nothing should happen. I'm not looking for auras, not waiting for an explosion to happen. How long it will stay? Whatever happen will come and soon will go. It is nothing eternal. So you have to learn what is ordinary, what is so always here. This is the gate which breaks through the boundaries, and there you can come to know what is eternal life. Ordinariness, not to want anything. There's a point you just simply want to know what is true. Before I leave this body, at least I want to know what is this body life about it. About life and death. What is it all about it? Not because I want a lot of love, more. I want to have this experience. I didn't want anything. I just didn't want anything. Already so relaxing, isn't it? Not wanting anything, what you are left with already is so great, and you do not know even so clearly what you are left with. This is what you can come to know if you're already in intensive satsang. It is so valuable, and it is actually what you're looking for, but it is different than you imagine, or what it can't be thought about it can't be imagined. It is so here, Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.